So we just finished week 1. Congrats to everybody. We've got 1 week down, 3 weeks left to go. And so I just want to, kind of recap a couple of things, like really the 3 talking points that Nat had posted in the, why is it not my thing, my notes? Okay, what she had posted in the thing, but basically, I want us to, figure out what worked for us this week, what didn't work, and then how we can improve. Okay. Our team culture is, SC6 by the 6th. That's like our goal, right? That's what we want to do. I don't know if any of us hit that except maybe Nat. I think she did. So let's give her a round of applause because that is amazing, 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 amazing.
Thank you.
So what is it that we can do to try and hit that number this week? Because wouldn't it be amazing to hit SC6? Ron, can you get her, please? Sorry. Real life here, real life. This is coaching in real life. What we can do to hit that number, or even just help one more person than we did the following week if we didn't help anybody by the end of this week, and what it is that we think that worked, helped us go towards that goal, and what didn't. So I'll go first. For me, what worked, and the reason why I did hit it, is because I had previous conversations back in July that I had customers that wanted to lift more. So for me, all I had to do was reach out to that person and say, lift more dropped. Are you ready for it? And there you go, right? And we wish it was that easy every week, right? That you already have people lined up waiting for it. So this is kind of like, and I think we might have touched on this a little bit as we go through, the up and coming months. Everything that we're doing right now is going to give us the momentum to have that kind of stuff happen the following months, right? Every conversation that we have. So even if this last week, for instance, you got some no's, that doesn't mean that next month, those people aren't going to be yeses. So that's why it's always good to have a list, know who you're talking to, and always follow up with these people. And if they gave you that no, then you always come back with, well, would you like for me to reach out to you next month? And normally they're going to say yes. Normally they're going to say, yes, come talk to me next month. And so then you follow up with them the next month and do that at the very beginning of the month, so that first week you can hit that SC6 by the 6th. So that's what worked for me. That's how I hit that. What didn't work for me is I don't think I've been talking to enough people, right? Because basically the first couple of weeks in July, I was not hyper focused on my business. I was traveling, I was focused on Summit, I was doing all that. So I didn't have all those conversations that would get me into the first week. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense to everybody? Like kind of that ripple effect, you know what I mean? You gotta continue to have conversations with people in order to continue to have more people want to join you. Because if you're not talking to people, we've said this before, if you're not talking to people and you're not inviting people, they're not going to know what you're doing. Very rarely do we have people that just come up to us, especially if you're early on in your business. Do you have people that are going to come up to you and say they want to do this? Now that I've been doing this and being consistent for the past 2 years, now I am actually having that happen. I've had that happen a couple of times in the past couple of months, but that's because they've been seeing me show up every day and being consistent. So, and then as far as how to improve for me, I think it's just having more conversations, continuing to stay consistent and continuing to invite But with that being said, I was just on, I don't know, did any of y'all able to hop on the call before this one? Was it anybody able to get on that call? It was a fabulous call, and remind me at the end. I've got a great thing for you. But the guy that did the call, his name is Bob Heilig. He was at Summit. He was one of our Summit speakers. And one of the things that he talked about at Summit was being either transactional or transformational in your conversations, right? And so basically he was saying that in order to get the sale, because that is what we're doing, we are selling, we don't want to be transactional, meaning that we want to have conversations with these people and we want to solve their problem. We cannot sit there and just talk about what the products are, because that's not what it's about. And the call with Julie Voris yesterday, she said that it's not the shake. We're not the shake. We're not the fitness program. We're not the nutrition plan. Yes, all those things have changed us and made us who we are, but they're not us. And just like the people that we're talking to, we are talking to people. The shakes, the products themselves, that is not the person. We've got to get to know who that person is. And one, can we help them? Two, how do we help them? And three, make them see that this can benefit their life and that they can live that healthy, fulfilling life that they desire. If they don't see that, then we're not gonna make the sell, right? Like, they've got to see that. We see it because we've experienced it, but everybody's situation is different, and it's up to us to figure out what that is. So yeah, so that's me. Who's next?
I'll go
next. All right.
Well, one thing that I'm working on overall with every aspect of my life is not being consistently inconsistent. And that's something I wrote about in my journal maybe a few weeks ago. And so that's what I know that's what I've been doing. So obviously that's not working. So what's not working for me is what I need to improve on is putting myself out there consistently, letting people, sharing who I am, what I do, sharing the products, and just talking to more people. And I haven't done much of that. A part of it is I have a house full of kids. And another part of it is I'm a little shy. So I have to get over like the camera shyness of it, because I know we can reach more people via like reels, videos, that kind of engagement people tend to look at more and give you more feedback from a comment on, other versus of just written posts. So that's something that I will be more diligent about. But yeah, I'm a little camera shy. just a little bit.
And I completely understand that. And the fact that you have recognized that is that's like the first step, right? You know, okay, I'm camera shy, I'm shy, so I need to kind of put that wall down and put myself out there more. But with that being said, that's not necessarily going to be what's going to drive your business. What's really going to drive your business is getting in the messages and just messaging people, right? So like what I did today is I went through, because I went through all my contacts last week in my phone, and I've invited every single person in my phone, right? So that's done. So now I'm like, okay, as far as using the likes and stuff on my posts, a lot of those people I've already invited to. A lot of those people I've already talked to. So I'm going through my Facebook, and I just go to Facebook, and then I go to contacts, and I start with A, and I just go down the list and invite everybody. And I don't invite men, but I'm inviting men because we've got Lift More right now. So I'm inviting everybody that's on here. Doesn't matter. I'm inviting everybody. And so, by doing that, then I know that I'm having those conversations without necessarily having to, do the social media, but I'm just doing everybody that is already in my circle. So just a pointer for you. Who's next? Vonda, you want to go?
I'll go next. I know I need to be more consistent and I need to talk to more people. I really need to work on it.
Consistency
Talk to more
how?
people.
Like consistent, like just doing all the daily activities, doing our PPP.
Doing the daily activities mainly.
Okay.
And I have to work it in because I'm also taking care of my daughter and I'm taking care of my mom, taking her places. So I really have to work on the consistency and get a certain times where I can do all of it.
Right. Have you been able to implement the PPP by doing the 5 minutes right after you work out each task?
I have done it. I think I've done it 3 days. I've gotten it done for 3 days. And I'm slowly getting there and getting it done.
Well, that's good. 3 days is something to celebrate, because it's all about habits. That's the other thing Julie Forrest talked about yesterday was you have to get in the habit of doing it. For me, it's hard for me to do the PPP because that's not the habit that I'm in. For me, my habit is I get done with my workout and I hop on a 6 a.m. power hour. That's my habit. So I'm trying to, because we're trying to make this a team culture too, I'm trying to get in the habit of doing the PPP too. So you're not alone. You're not alone.
Okay.
You just gotta, think about it and then just do it. And then the more you do it, it'll just naturally happen.
Okay.
So it does take time.
Okay.
But yes, and talking to more people.
Yes.
Which that's the hardest part, right? I think that's
Yes.
the hardest part is the conversations, is having those
Mhm.
conversations with people. It makes you vulnerable. You have to get
Mhm.
uncomfortable.
Okay.
That's what we got to do. We got to get uncomfortable. I still get nervous for asking certain people, right? But
Mhm.
you know what? It's Team Cup month, and I'm just gonna do it. What's the worst they can say? Is no.
Okay.
So next.
Unmute myself. Okay. I don't know where to start with my update. Okay. I've been putting myself out there to the point where I'm surprised that my actual other job hasn't said anything yet because I've been so focused Team Cup and trying to hit these goals that we've set for ourselves. My biggest challenge is also I've exhausted my friends and family, so it's going into the uncharted right now. Like you said, in June, July, you had already started to open the door with other people, and so that really helped smooth the transition right into Team Cup. And I they don't want to hear from me anymore, my friends and family. So now I'm going into the uncomfortable. I'm going into the unknown of talking to myself in Cyberland, doing lives or going into people's inboxes. And that's an uncomfortable place for me. And I'm trying to, in my mind, not be cringy or salesperson-y, but going from the perspective of how can I help them? And that's what I need to remember when I go into there. So that's in my mind every time I send a voicemail or send a message, is making it seem genuine because it should be. But they've flipped it on me, and so twice now they'll ask me for money. They're like, if you give me this much, then I'll start. And then so I don't know how to reply to that, or because they're citing financial issues as the reason why they can't join. And so I was saying, as a coach, you'll earn commission, you'll make that back. So this is perfect opportunity for you to start not only in getting paid and making that additional income that you're looking for, but you're reaching your goals simultaneously. And so they're still asking me for money. So that's a bit strange. I don't know if I can add that into the chat. Anyway, so I'm dealing with that, and then just making those connections with other people. So that takes a long time. It's not an overnight thing, but you guys give me hope when you said that I haven't reached no yet. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. My team, I took the team captain title very seriously, like trying to make sure that they're good for Team Cup, but it's not a good season for them right now, speaking for like Marlies, personal reasons, and I respect that. And then Jess, same thing, trying to reach to her. So me personally though, I've been going hard at it, and that means doing more lives, doing more engagements. And it's not the reels that's going to catch people. That might catch their eye, but it's not what's going to bridge that gap into having them say yes. So yeah, so really just trying to find sources where I can go, and whether that's, like they say, friends of friends, to their comment section. And somehow I keep looping back to people that already are in a fitness program or already are doing Beachbody. So then like you're looking, and then you meet up, you're like, oh, you're a coach too, haha, okay, next, thanks. But so that's those dead ends as well, just trying to find new places to go. So while that hasn't been as fruitful, the professional development side has been extremely fruitful. And again, this leads back to just being present at Summit, the connections that we made there, having that group, and also us like being closer with each other. I went to the library yesterday and I got another stack of books. So it's going, and then also like the nuggets that we learned from Julie. So yeah, I got like another stack of books that I have on my list to tackle. So that's good. Just the different pillars of trying to fit in those pockets of time to make meaningful engagements.
Awesome. I love that, Tim.
I do too.
Yeah, really good stuff there.
Can I share my screen real quick? Is that possible? Can I do that? Let's see.
Accept the host. There we go.
Is it sharing?
Yep.
Okay. I wanted to show Lavon. Can you see that, Lavon? That's the PPP. She had asked what the PPP was. Can you see that? Oh, no, I can't make it bigger. I don't know what. There we go. But yeah, it's super small.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. So yeah, so this is our PPP. So this is, as you see at the top, it says commit to habit stacking these income producing activities 5 days a week. 5 days a week, right after your workout. So Monday was add 5 friends, connect with 5 friends. Tuesday is do your post and prep your next post. Today was invite day. And so your goal is to get at least 10 invites, but really we should probably be doing more than 10 invites to hit our goals that we want to hit. Thursday, hopefully you should have responses from those invites and you can follow up with people. And then Friday is just checking in with your group. So that's what that's our goal, our minimum goal that we want to do on the daily.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now how do I unshare?
Go up to the top of your screen or bottom, wherever it is on your screen, and it'll say stop share. Yep.
Yay, I did it.
Yeah, so Lavon, you and I are going to do a little one-on-one soon, so we just need to get our times lined up where we can do this time again if that works for you. I would love to do it end of this week, just so you're going into next week like with some good action steps that can fit your crazy schedule, right? Because it is doable. What you just saw there, even if you do 1 minute 5 times a day, you know what I mean? Like your bathroom time, that's your 1 minute or just make it 5. Let those kids knock on the door a little bit longer. But like that escape to the bathroom might be your 5 minutes of power pocket right now, you know, until the kids get older or whatever, you know, you'll figure it out. But so I'm gonna go through my answers to the questions real quick here, because I know Sam wants to talk about getting to a super weekend and leading into community and connecting. Super important to this business, just like Tamara was saying about the personal development. It's our fire. You will stop and quit on yourself if you're not doing those 2 things: getting to events, getting on calls. And the second thing is personal development. What are you listening to? I'm really bad at reading. I have a ton of books and I never read them. I listen to things. So you need to be doing that. I need to do that better as far as like personal development books that fit where I am on my journey. So that's one thing I want to improve to help me with my next week. And Julia Boris had given a couple, but I also have, I actually want to start this one, 12-week year. I got this one for Christmas and I really want to use this because I am looking for, I want to mentor business builders, women coming in the door who want to be business builders. And I think this is going to help me to do that. So you're looking for a book, like when I needed it for self-help for myself, because I deal with that. If I'm in a deep depression time, I pull out the High Five Habit, and that's what I'm reading. That's my book again for the month, right? So you got to fit the book to where you are. Right now, I'm frustrated because y'all are amazing and I need to duplicate you. I need people showing up who want to work together. Like, it's super fun when we do this together. It's not fun when you're doing it alone, right? Like, we are imagining. Go ahead.
That's me and working out. Like when we're together working out, I hit it so much harder. When I'm by myself, I notice I'm like, okay, a little bit less. So yeah, I feel.
Yeah. And for me, I like my alone time, like very introverted. So like I like being virtual with workouts. Summit is way overload for me, but I like it because it's fire for the rest of the year. Let me do my other 2 questions and I'll hand back to Sam because we're trying to keep it short. But this week, so this past week, maybe not this week, but last week, talking about momentum from all of my not right nows of invites from the previous month. That's what got me to Success Club and following up. So I'm a pen to paper person. This is my list. My highlights are people that actually responded. And I have, right now I have you don't have to do anything like this. You're just have a conversation with them. But if they said they wanted more information, I have an interest form that I send them. So it kind of gives me, answer some questions for me about where they are. It's simple. Like, it's like what, and you can just ask these things. You don't need a form, but like, what's your nutrition like? What do you struggle most with? What's your time like? You know, stuff like that. So to build up that what goals you want to achieve in the next month, you know, that type of thing. So that I know where I'm starting from. Then my comments back to them when I give them the sample workout or something, I put those things in there. So some of you, Lavon, you probably experienced this when I got you back on track, you know, like I read your form, I'm listening. You have to be a good listener. You have to fit what you have to fit their problem. You have to fit it with the solution, right? I have a solution for you. I see that you're struggling with time because you got a million kids, but you want to get back to having some time for yourself because you know you're going to feel better. Let's get you doing a journal. I know you love your yoga. Let's connect you with Fire and Flow and get you back on track with Simple Nutrition with a Shake. How's that sound to you? Cool. You know, so if I have a system that works for me, like it doesn't have to be copy and paste. It can't be copy and paste for each individual. So I change it to using the information they give me. Does that make sense? That helped me. So that helped me a lot. And you don't need a form. I can totally give you the form that I'm using for this month, but it might not fit you if you're not inviting to lift. You know what I mean? But you can adjust it to you. You can just copy it, make it your own. Don't use mine or you'll have your people on my list. But you can copy it, make it your own, and then you just send that out when people say they're interested, right? And then you can get information from them to continue your conversation. I didn't start with doing forms though. I'm a diamond coach because I just talked to them. Cool, where are you starting? What do you struggle with? I know I struggle with this. Do you struggle with that? Like, just talk. So I used that form though to find information about them, gave it the sample workout. They said they wanted to do it. When it came out, we got them signed up, and that's kind of how it hit this first week of the month. And then I got a surprise this morning. That was nice. Surprises are nice. It didn't really work for this person. Oh, Janina, I can never remember, it's Janina or Janine Latour. I don't know if you remember her, Levon. She worked with us in Italy for a little bit, and she like was actually participating in the group. She was a musician wife though, so I don't know if you would have known her. Anyway, she was my surprise because she's been hanging on. She doesn't like to actually do any of the groups ever. Like back in the day she did, now she kind of does her own thing. And she always just once in a while gets something, and she has like the quarterly payment of Beachbody on Demand. So like check in every once in a while. But she like bought the Lift program completion pack with Performance Line. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. That was a nice surprise. So I didn't work for that one, but I did work for my 6. What didn't work? I am still struggling with, like talking to you earlier, Fonda, with filling the man cave. I'm really trying to get guys on board. So I'm struggling with that, like how I'm talking to them, how I'm reaching out to them. And I think it's just a numbers game. I think it's just a need to, like we talked about already, do more invites to more men. And now I haven't been talking about it. Also, people are only gonna know about what you're doing if you're talking about it. So I haven't been talking about it. I just started talking about it today, right? So the combination of just sending out a million invites to get 10. It takes a million invites to get 10. Like, you just got to think that way, right? And also, I'm going to start to talk about the business like all the time. How does this help me? How will it help me? What are my dreams with it? Where do I want to go? What kind of house do I want? And I know it's possible. Income disclaimer on all of that, but like, it's possible, and we're going to do it. If you want to do it with us, Sam and I are going. So you can run with us or not. We are going to our goals, our dreams, our houses, our cars, the Disney trips with our kids without having a hesitation of whether or not we have money. Like, we're not stopping. It's not a thing. It's not like we're going there. So either you're on the bus or you're not, but we are going there. So like, and however fast or slow you want to get there, that's up to you. We're running there. You decide on your speed, and we'll lead, right? But like, you decide on that speed for you. But we're lifers, we're gonna be here forever. But anyway, that's all. I know, Sam, you have one more thing that you want to talk about for the importance of Super Weekends.
Yes. One more thing before that. Don't forget that you have your promo code, because I'm forgetting about it too. Use your promo code as leverage. So for those people that come back to you and say, not right now, or I don't know, say, well, I have a $20 off promo code that expires at the end of this month. I don't know what the promotions are going to be next month. And there are times, I think people think, especially if you have been in conversations with people for a while, that they're always going to have that $20 off promo code or $20 off. There have been months that there's no promo. I can't remember what month it was last year. I think it's January. They don't, because January is a hot month for fitness. Everybody's signing up. So they really don't give you a promo code. You don't get that deal. And so I've had people come back to me and say, oh, I should have signed up when you have that promo code, because the thing that they want is not that same price anymore. So just a reminder of that. And then I feel like there was something else I had to talk about. Oh yes, Super Weekend. Super Weekend. Yeah, Super Weekend. So if you can't go to one in person, I'm trying to think. I don't know where everybody's ones are. I know that there's one in Charlotte. Because for some reason they send me the stuff. I don't know why. But there's one in Charlotte. Don't know if there's any other ones in North Carolina. I don't think there's a live one in Hawaii, right? There's not a live one in Hawaii.
There's probably like a virtual one. I have to look it up.
Like a virtual one.
Yeah.
But, and
But
then I have no
I
idea
mean-
about Jacksonville. I know there's one in Orlando though. There is one in Orlando because Jatana is going to that one. But anyways, there's virtual ones that you can attend if you can't attend one live in person, and every single one of us should be on at least a virtual one because
Yeah.
it's going to give you fire, it's going to give you info, it's going to give you, it's just amazing. So I had never attended one in person until the last one we had. I don't remember what month it was in, but anyways, because we were doing everything virtual because of COVID.
Yeah,
But
to that
yes,
point,
I
too,
posted. Huh?
That's how I met Nat on the last year's one. So without that, I would not have met you guys.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. So if you need like help on how to figure out how to get to a virtual one or get to an in-person one, just let any of us know, any of us coaches know, or team leaders know, and we can help you find one. But I sent y'all invites to the one that Black is holding, which is Saturday, August 13th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So,
Yeah, if you
everybody
that one
should
I'm
do it.
doing anyway. I'm doing that one anyway. Like unless I'm in the air flying somewhere, but like yeah, like that one, all of us should be on that one if possible, and it's virtual. So I mean, yes, please get on that one if at all possible. I'm sure there'll be a replay, but the replays you guys aren't the same, of course. That you know that, right?
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Yeah. And so, I mean, I hope to go to one in person, but if not, at least I know I have that one. Right.
Yeah, we're going to one in
Right, right,
person. I don't know what you're talking
And,
about. We're shut up. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's it. One more thing. So I'm going, and I'll put it in our Team Cup pod. But so the guy that spoke at Summit, Bob Heilig, and the one who was just on that call, he's doing a 10-day challenge. A 10-day challenge that helps you come up with these transformational conversations for $7. $7. I really thought, it was gonna be way more than
Like
that.
70.
But he's doing it for $7. So I will put all the information in there. Yeah, I mean, he was saying the other stuff that you get, but basically it like helps you with your conversations. And then you also have access to his info that's in his virtual upline course. So I will put all that information in there, but yeah, I think that's a really, really, really good deal. $7.
Really good.
To help
Yeah.
you with your conversations and talking to people, which
Yeah.
is where I feel like, I
Exactly
feel like
what
we're all struggling with that. That's what we're all talking about here, that we need to have more conversations. Well, we need to make sure that our conversations are effective too, right? And so this is going to help us do that. And so I'm all doing that all day. So,
All day.
all day. I'm doing that. I'm doing that all day.
So get to Super Weekend. I put the event map in the pod here too, and I'll put it in our group as well. But like, just you click on that and see if there's one near you. If there is not one near you, get on the black one, and we'll put that one in our pod as well. Yeah. Some of them, like the one that I want to go to is back in LA. I'm gonna stay with my friend in LA and go, hopefully, if everything goes right. Is like $30, but Carl Deichler is gonna be there, and like one of the body trainers, and like Kat, what's her face from all the 21 Day Fix videos, so like it's worth it for me, because if I want to get where we want to go, I have to put myself around the people that are there. Right. So I'm not for me, I could do it. I could do it where I'm at in my season of life right now. If I was home with my mom like last month, it would have been hard to do it then. But right now I'm like, yep, that's where I'm at. I can do it. So make it happen. You guys have questions about anything? Like, is there like that one thing that you're like, okay, I need to know how to do this in order to take a next step? Like, is there something that's preventing you from taking a step tonight or tomorrow? It's late on the East Coast. That's what we're here for. Yes, no, everyone's good. Everyone has something they can take action with.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Like really, like writing 100 more names down on this list. I'm going from like previous chats and messages. And if I run out of, like, if I still have spaces left, I'm going to the ABCs. I'm getting those names down tonight, and tomorrow I'll make sure those people are invited. And it's a follow-up day, so I'll be following up with my highlighted people.
Yes, now
So-
I would have one ask, if you could just send a screenshot from reaching out from the very beginning, where you start with, "Oh, I love your shirt," or "nice haircut," like from the very beginning, maybe just seeing that. And I know it's different for every inbox, I know that. But just like,
It is
when you-
literally just that.
okay,
Yeah. It's like-
I'm overcomplicating it again.
yeah. I was like, oh, that's a cool cat. Where'd you get
Okay.
that? What kind of cat is that? You know,
Okay.
like,
All right.
you know, or it mostly for me, it's like probably food. Probably food. Your kid's cute. Oh, where are you on that trip? Like, it's travel, it's food, or it's someone's
Okay.
kid. Like, those are the, you know, and I'm just conversating about those things. Music is big for me because I'm a musician. So a lot of times, like, oh, what kind of mouthpiece you playing on? Is that a Bach 37? You know, very nerdy music stuff. That too.
Okay.
But yeah, what are the things that you enjoy doing? What are your habits? What are your hobbies? You know, not your habits, but your hobbies, the things you like. And those are the people you want to think about, the people that you want to work with, you know, like through this journey, whether it's the business or the fitness or both. Like, you know, some people like, oh, it'd be nice to get another point on the board, but like, do I really want to work with negative Nancy over here, who everything she turns to negative, every single thing, want to deal with my own depression? Nope. And I that was a big, huge realization of mine this past year, because I was talking about my depression in a way that attracted people who had it. And although I want to help people with that, them having it was just dragging me down. Like, it wasn't helping me to take action to help myself and others. So I had to really change my niche of who I want to help or who I want to do this with. So now it is, women who feel like they're stuck, who are also goal driven. Like, I need that because I'm goal driven. Like, I'm stuck and I feel like I'm stuck. I'm feeling right now today, feeling very stuck, feeling very unhappy with where I'm at, but I am unwilling to stay here. And I'm willing to do the work to get out, you know? So those are the women that when I'm going to start to figure out how I'm going to start talking about inviting to the business, because that's my theme. I hit my success club now. I'm really pushing for adding new business builders to the team. I can't keep dragging the ones that we have. You just can't. They got to want it, you know? And right, Tam, it goes for the fitness too. They got to want it. You can't do the work for them. We, as you know, keep showing up and we trying to like give everything, the scripts, the to-do, like making it as simple as can be. So like, we literally can't sit in your spot where you live and get on your phone and talk to your people for you. Like, that's the one thing we can't do. But everything else, we will do our best to make it as simple as we possibly can, because we want you to keep it simple. But anyway, don't know why I got on that. So cool. Let's get to a super weekend. Let's get invites out and let's try to help 3 people.